Activities like repetition, visualization, immersion, they're relevant no matter what skill or area of study you are after. Whether you're getting good at sports or becoming proficient with mathematical or scientific concepts, once you have experienced the process, you can then apply your experiences to other areas of study. At the center of the guitarist activity is technique, theory, composition, discipline, and repertoire, of course. But that's not all. The area of immersion involves reading and listening, taking notice of what players are doing, and reading Guitar Player magazine and listening to interviews. That's all helped me greatly. I remember working on a piece by ear, and I was just having trouble getting the timing right. I was also reading an interview with Martin Carthy, and they asked him about some of the odd time signatures in his music, and he said something to the effect that I make up any way to count that works for me, and that's all that matters. After reading that, I was able to count the crooked tune I was learning in a way that worked for me, and I got it. I just needed to read Martin Carthy telling me that doing that was okay. I've been putting up guitar tracks like crazy. Every day this summer, every weekday, I put up another guitar track, and some days I didn't quite know what to do. And I thought about a Joni Mitchell quote. It's from a Canadian TV broadcast from 1994, and it's all up on YouTube. It's a great show. It's a concert and interview program. And she talks about writing a song. She says something like, I went outside and tuned my guitar to the feeling of the day. That one sentence, to me, is worth an entire lecture, and that's Joni Mitchell. There are endless examples of musicians saying things, sometimes in passing, that opens up possibilities, and it's all part of the idea of immersion. Before I go any further, I'm going to move the camera down, and I've chosen a quick and easy piece I wrote on the fly last month. We can use this jingly tune to express some of the ideas about guitar playing. It isn't standard tuning. You can find a version played on the acoustic guitar in my playlist. I'll play it here on the electric, though. The reason I call this a really basic tune is I'm just moving chords and intervals up and down the neck. My first chord will look at the G chord I play, and you notice that with my pinky I'm covering the D rather than using the open B string. So if I move that up to the C on the 8th and also on the 7th fret here, I get that chord, and those are the first two chords of the piece. Emphasizing the melody line very heavily. And there, that's just like Blackbird. I'm coming in with those interval of a tenth. C and E. I can even slide that if it sounds good. And then you'll see that hammer on there. I have the C, and it's hammering on to the B and D. Again, more interval of the 10th. Well, as far as the old man going, I've gone over 5 minutes. If you want me to continue this, just drop a note and I'll pick it up in another episode of The Old Man Speaks, coming to you 3 times a week for about 5 minutes, talking about just about anything. Have a great weekend.